Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Start! 230.
Lock 49. I know he ain't got it. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Shift. Watch safety creep. Watch it. Safety creep.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Roethlisberger will throw. And he connects with Vance McDonald. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
It's now 3rd down.
Hey, dude. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Ready? 49's the Mike. Mike's 49.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Here's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. Then he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now it's Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. The 30, 10, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Josh Gordon, 78 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Roethlisberger will hand a counter. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Finds his running back, James Conner. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now look at him go. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 89 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Steelers 0. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. He gets this one to Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, Haywood!
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Conner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Fuller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the 1st half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3-and-out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Oh, here we go.
On third down, Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally.
And got his man complete. It's a gain of 34. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He finds his man Johnson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Like 80. Show that bench release and go. 49, guys. Mike.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
180. Right there. 54 Mike. Cut. Quick dash. Come. Switch.
They'll run here with Connor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Roethlisberger toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Like 30. Mike 4. Jockey. 54. Black and black.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Shiv! Watch the shiv! He's coming. Hey, alert! 44.
4th down. Here's Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And some space here.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To throw is Wilson on 3rd down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Out
of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To Connor on the check down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's bring it. 49.
Bravo.
Mike, 49.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Easy.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw on 2nd and 10, Roethlisberger. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, orbit.
54. Mike, 54. Here we go.
Ben to throw again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Go.
Wilson going to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. On 2nd down, it's Carson. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Right there in the middle, 55.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Now they go screen, it's complete. And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
25.
Watch the slant.
Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Wilson. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. It's Connor as they stay on the ground, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
At the 22-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Ben leaves to Connor on the draw. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the draw, Connor. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. The Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Roethlisberger, he wants it all for the end zone, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Jaron Reed. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. going to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First down, Seahawks.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, it's Connor. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
A handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Pumphrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The final score now coming from Nashville. And it was the Titans who were able to take home the victory. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. They start the drive with Counter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's second down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.